guys, welcome back to another video. So today we have a little sit down video for you guys and we're gonna be answering some questions. So pretty sure our mom came up with these questions and she just put them in a cup. We pull one out and then we answer the question. I don't know if they're gonna be specifically for Ellie or me, or they're gonna be for both. How are you feeling? Are you excited? Nervous?
Normal.
I don't really know what questions she's gonna ask. Hopefully nothing too crazy, nothing too personal, but I don't know how many there are in here. I'm assuming like 10. But let's begin. So who wants to pull first? Oh, we both answered the question. I'll go first. Okay. What 2 things would you change from your past? Oh, you want me to go first? Oh gosh, 21 years. Let's do, I don't know, that's like a on the spot kind of question. You have to like go through every mistake and regret. Probably just what I've shared on the internet. I would be, obviously you learn as you go. I would be a little bit more, not private, but just be cautious with what I say on the internet, because you know, blueprint and all, and people could go back and like watch old videos and stuff. So probably that's probably number 1, just with what I've shared. There's definitely certain things I wouldn't share now that I did in the past. Then number 2, maybe like when I was just like your age and just made stupid choices and like got grounded or didn't get to go on my 8th grade trip, that type of stuff. And then also probably just taking like, I think back to cheer, and I just miss those kind of friendships, and I just miss cheer altogether, and I hated on the sport so much, but it brought me a lot of happiness. So probably that, to like love it again. I would change that. Okay, your turn.
The first thing, I would have not bleached my hair.
Oh.
Because when I bleached it,
It like ruined your curls.
yeah, and then it's short too. I cut it too short.
I mean,
So
it's
it's not
better now.
Well, it's not as long as it used to be. either.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you do? Just blonde? Oh, that's right, blonde. You had a blonde face. So did I though. I had like balayage.
You're the
when
side part.
Yeah, that's
At like
true.
17.
What? No.
16?
Yeah, at my 6. No, I had a middle part at my sweet 16. So it's probably like 15, 14. I think that's when I changed it, was 16. Okay, what's your second one?
And then not trying hard last year in school. Because my grades are bad.
Oh. I was like, outfits? Makeup? Your appearance? That makes sense, yeah. Because now that Ellie has like, she told me she had 40 days left with school. That's 2 years done. Is your GPA better this year than it was last year?
It's the same.
Oh, that stinks. That's a good one. I would probably change that too if I didn't try hard. Not say that, like, you know what I mean. All right, okay, your turn for the next question.
How many children do you want?
Do you want to go or do you want me to
You go.
I guess I've always wanted 4, but it's a very big number, and yeah, I think I changed my mind with that. Just because my boyfriend has 2 little siblings. They're very young, like 5 and 3, and when I hang out with them, it's just like a lot, especially at that age. So I think having 4 little ones like that would just be chaotic. So 2. 1 isn't enough. 3, there's an odd number. 1 would be hated on, 1 wouldn't have a friend. 4 is too much, so 2. I want a boy and a girl. Or a girl, it doesn't matter. I'd be happy with either. If it was a boy, boy, girl, girl, boy, girl. So 2.
3.
Really? You want an odd number?
2 boys and a girl.
Okay, yeah, that's actually really cute. I would be happy with that too. But imagine if you copy you. Imagine if you had 3 girls though. You have your first kid, which is a girl, right?
Then it ruins it.
Yeah, because you want the girl to be younger.
Yeah.
Oh. So would you just stop there? Or would you try again?
I don't know.
Well, if you want the girl to be younger, it'd have to be a girl and then the boys be younger, I guess. But then imagine you try again, it's another girl. And then you try again, it's another girl. And then you're like stuck with like 3 girls. Like 10 girls. Honestly, that's how a lot of people have a lot of kids, because they just try and try and try until they have the gender that they want. I don't think I could do it. If I just had 2 girls, I'd be happy with it. I would just be happy with anything. Because they're just little kids. Okay, next question. That's getting weird now. Next question is, are your parents strict?
Do your parents suck?
Well, it's depends on what age you want to answer at. Like, now that I'm 21, no. I also don't live here anymore, so like I'm not under their roof, so there's no rules for me. There's just advice and just like opinions now. So if I was to answer at Ellie's age, I would say not strict, but just making sure that I was like responsible and just making the right choices. And I think the difference between me and Ellie is kind of what gets me, but they were never strict with me. Like, I'm kind of happy with the way that I turned out. I think I was a good kid back then. Not saying you weren't a bad kid, but the rules are applied different between me and Ellie when I was her age. Like, I would never be allowed to do the things that Ellie does. Which I think is just, 1, the generation is different, and 2, like, it's just today's day and age.
When you were 15, you were like 12. Like,
what do you mean? Like, the maturity level?
When you were 15, did you see what you looked like? Like, you looked like... Like, everyone then, when they were younger, they looked like
yeah, I was
10.
playing with mud pies.
Yeah, they looked like 10.
I was riding my bike outside.
But then, like, now, like, 7th graders literally look like freshmen.
Yeah, that's very true. And I agree with that, too. And I think all kids are kind of different. Like, when I hear, like, my friends talk about their younger siblings. Like, I have one girlfriend, she was in the same boat where the rules aren't really applied the same to their younger siblings. So I think it's just kind of everyone. But that's just my personal opinion. But again, I was raised quote unquote differently. We all have the same morals, same responsibilities, but I don't know, it's very different back then. So I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't say yes. That's my answer.
Maybe like 2 years ago or a year ago, I'd say like, yeah, and that's horrible, but no, I don't really care, because I don't even do anything anyways now, so
I
there's nothing to be strict.
Yeah, I mean, if I was you and in your shoes, I'd be like, oh my god, no, my parents aren't strict. Just from the difference between when I was young and you now, I'd be having a heyday. Mom, I'm going out at midnight. That would never, like,
your curfew. Go out at midnight?
Okay, but your curfew is what?
11:30?
Yeah. Mine was never that late.
What?
Yes, it was.
No. Okay, she's a sophomore.
Yeah.
My curfew was still 11:30 when I was a junior and senior.
Do you think hers was going to be extended?
No, but I'm just saying, like, I also didn't do anything like freshman year. I was homeschooled and started a new school. So I guess it's just different. Like, we went through
It's not like I drive.
paths.
Like, what, like, I don't, like, what is the curfew gonna do? I don't drive. Like, I get picked up. Like,
that's true. Okay, that's just like
I'm not gonna be like, please let me stay out past curfew, pick me up at 12. Like, what?
You hear background noise. Mother is painting the pantry.
She's painting the floor.
Are you painting the floor?
Yeah.
2 things that make you sad.
2 things that make me sad. When Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday. I don't know what it is. There's like some crazy logic behind it, but every time it's Sunday, you just crave Chick-fil-A. And I wanted to go get Chick-fil-A breakfast with like my boyfriend or something. I was like, oh my god, it's Sunday. And that was really upsetting. But that's just like something stupid. Sad? I feel like I haven't really been sad.
When I order food and it doesn't turn out the way I expect. When I
don't know. I don't feel like
rains.
I've been in a situation where I'm like, oh, this actually makes me really sad. Maybe like arguments with my boyfriend, because like no relationship is perfect and we go through arguments too, ups and downs.
When my boyfriend beats me.
What? That's not true. You cannot say that. That's crazy. But stuff like that, probably.
Stuff like what I said.
What?
Stuff like what I said.
What? I'm so confused.
What do you mean stuff like that? Stuff like your boyfriend?
No, stuff like that. As in like arguing with your loved one or like significant other or a family member. Not that we argue, because I don't live here. We don't argue ever anymore. It's actually very beneficial for the relationships. I don't really know. I really haven't found myself crying.
I go on the Sunny Angel website and they're all out of stock.
That's a hard question because that's like...
When I go in the pantry for Doritos and
there's no Doritos and you ate all the Doritos. All right, we're gonna move on to that question, but those are some things. No, it's my turn.
Are you and your sister close?
You just answered.
That's what I just answered.
Okay, I'll read it. Are you and your sister close? I feel like...
No.
What? That's so changed. I think ever since, I would say you got your car, which was how long ago? Summer. So let's say about
since you started
a year
dating
and
Peter.
Yeah, actually that's a really good. So like a year and a couple months. So about a year and a half, we've gotten pretty close. I think like some trips and you coming over and whatnot. She like tells me things, I'll tell her things, and then we hang out and it's not awkward, but then she'll want to come over and then it's just to see her boyfriend, so then I don't feel loved, like she wants to hang out with me. But I guess she did spend the night with me the first night I moved out, which was kind of fun. She slept on the couch. We haven't really been in like a argument because you don't get to steal my clothes, my makeup, you don't get to go in my room and take stuff, so that's really helped us grow and
You
learn.
take my stuff.
I haven't been over here to take
You
your
took
stuff.
my stuff.
Okay. Do you think your mother exploited you? Like, basically
Why would you put that in
holds
there?
you against your
They
will.
all want to know.
It's like,
Yes.
basically holds you against your will and like forces you to film and
Yes.
like
Yes.
put things out that you wouldn't want out there, that type of stuff. It's a very common word around family vloggers.
You did it to yourself. Yes.
Ellie's just being a
She forces
DICK.
us.
If she forced us, like, we would be crying. Or... Okay, can you freaking quit? Don't take that seriously, guys. She's just being dumb. No, because I think...
Next.
Now that I've gotten older, since I
Next.
started, well, also Ellie was young too. She was like 6. I was 11 when we started, and I think it's more surrounded by like when you're a little kid with family vloggers, I guess you could say. But I've never been in a situation where I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this, or like, this is totally unfair. I mean, she's had us down many, many times and asked us if you still wanted to continue YouTube, and like we had the choice to say yes or no, and me and Ellie always have said yes. Like, we never wanted to quit, and I think if we did and we still continue to do it, that would be exploiting your children. But I don't know, we've never done anything that like shows off her boobs or like stuff like that in that realm. Or where they're like inappropriate videos. Like when we did challenges when we were young, we thought they were fun. Like I was excited to do like the chubby bunny challenge, and like I did it with my friends were over, we did the eat or wear it challenge. Like it was honestly just fun, and like doing stuff like that as a kid was fun, and I don't consider that like making your child do something against their own will. And like we have the option to quit YouTube whenever we want. I could just stop tomorrow and move on with my life. So that is my answer. So your turn. Do you think so?
No.
When I started, I was 11. Ellie was what, 5, 6?
5.
5. So that's like a different age. Like it's not something Ellie could really answer. I could answer in like present tense, like now. But like, you don't have to film. You don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. We kind of like work around your work schedule and just like my schedule, and like we do it when we can. We film what we want. We're allowed to have opinions about the videos. Like my mom will say, do you want to film this? And we can say no. So like, I don't think that's, sorry for answering it for you, but I think the age is definitely different between me and Ellie. Because you're 6. I mean, do you really remember back then?
No, because we just film like when we hang out, so like it's not really getting forced to do anything. We just film what we do when we're together, so it's not.
It's like everyday life. I don't know. All right, so the next question is, do you regret starting YouTube? We kind of answer this, I feel like, in every Q&A. No, for me,
We
I'll go
basically
first.
just
Yeah, like we've said, our mom sits us down and just always asks us if we still want to continue YouTube and social media, and our answers are always no. I mean, wait, yes, we want to continue. I don't know what I just said. But yes, obviously we still do YouTube, so we've never taken that route. Obviously there's pros and cons to it with like rumors, assumption, negativity, hate, but that just comes with social media. That's just part of the gig, and if you can't handle it, you just can't handle it. Is it hurtful? Is it upsetting to see? Yes, but you just kind of have to build a backbone and just ignore it, because if you weren't succeeding, then you would have no haters. And that's just kind of the way you have to look at it. But like with any job, there's pros and cons. So no, but like yes, because it's definitely, like I feel like I've had a different experience than.
We're saying yes, you regret starting it.
I'm saying there's pros and cons to it, so yes and no. Like I wish YouTube wasn't in the way of like school for me. That's what I'm saying. But no, I wouldn't change it for a thing, because I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have the opportunities and like traveling and like meeting new people and meeting you guys and having like a support system to always fall back on. So no.
One thing you would change about yourself.
Why are they so deep? I thought they were gonna be like, have you smoked weed? I don't know. My weight. I'm kidding. That was a joke. Maybe. It's hard to speak in present, like now, because I'm kind of happy with the person that I am. But if I was to talk about it 2022 and later on, that would be a completely different answer. I think I was very like, I guess I still am, like a very sensitive person, and I've grown to like let go of grudges. So like if I was answering back then, obviously I would still have those grudges. So probably that, just like forgiving, not forgetting, but kind of in the sense of forgetting. But now, like I've spoken to people that I didn't think I would ever speak to ever again a couple years ago, like in high school and stuff. And like I've hung out with like really old friends, and that would never happen 2-3 years ago. So I don't really have like anything I would change. I just feel like I could be a better, well-rounded person overall towards like friendships. Like I could be the one that like reaches out first, which I do now. I definitely didn't do that back then. So it's gotten better. So I'm kind of content with myself, which just seems like cocky in a way, but I don't know. I think I've grown a lot into the person I've always wanted to be, like within the past year and a half. So don't take that answer the wrong way, but.
My hair. To be straight.
What?
In law.
You don't like your curly hair? I think when
I
you
just
do.
wish it was long.
Oh, well, it's gonna keep growing.
But it looks better straight. Like if it's long.
I like your curly hair. Whenever you did it on the cruise, it looked really good.
I didn't do my hair curly on the cruise.
Oh. Was it straight? Oh, then I guess I like it straight. It's always what we want. Whatever we want, we can't have type scenario, because I would love to have curly hair. You wanna switch?
No.
Are you gonna take my hair and put it on your hair?
No.
You consider my hair long?
No.
It's like very choppy, but whatever. All right, next question. Five things that make you happy. That's a long list. Family, friends, significant other, so my boyfriend. 2, being able to travel and experience new things. That's 3, right? I did 3. Yeah.
That's 4.
A 4. And be specific, I guess, like That sounds so bad, but like my apartment, which is like my home. I am just obsessed with my decor, and every time I walk in, it's so like joyful and like full of color and like happiness. And I think if I had a place that I lived in that was just full of beige and like no color, I would be depressed. I think I'd be sad. Because like being able to walk in a place that has a bunch of color just brings so much joy. But everyone has their own personal preference. A lot of people don't like color. No, it's not. You literally have a green couch, like stuff like that. Like I like pops of color. I just can't do the whole white on brown and that type of stuff. I would be really sad. And like I look at people online, which anyone can do whatever they want. Everyone has their own opinion. But like little kids, if I had a little kid and they were playing with all white toys, I'd be so sad.
My friends, my family, my boyfriend, food, and shopping.
Food does bring happiness, and being able to eat whatever you want is probably just like such a blessing. Because like, I don't know, I could not see myself not eating what I wanted, like in moderation of course, and just like enjoying things that you
What do you mean in moderation?
You can't like sit there and eat 24 donuts.
You can.
I mean you can, but like.
But what? Say it.
For me at least. It's all about balance. Like 20% of fast food and bad foods, and then 80% of healthy food. It's all about balance. Still being able to enjoy what you eat, but still having like a well-balanced dinner or lunch.
Next.
She didn't like my answer.
Are you happy with your life right now?
Yes. Good question. Why are you happy with your life right now? Why?
There's nothing bad about it.
You don't have any complaints?
No.
Any cons about life?
Did you just say excuse you like you farted? No, I don't have any complaints. There's nothing that I don't like.
That's good. That's good. Kind of just repeating myself with a lot of these questions, but I am happy with where I'm at in life. Do I want to do things? Do I have goals and things that I want to do in the future? Yes, but that all comes with time, and I think where I'm at right now is pretty good. I'm in a very healthy, happy, committed relationship. I have good friends, and like I've said, like I've just let go of grudges, and that's like a weight lifted off the shoulders where you just don't care about those things anymore. And I have some really good friends in my life. What are your fave things to do? My fave things to do are...
Fave?
Yeah, fave. That's what it says.
Favorite.
It says fave.
Favorite.
It says fave things. I like to travel, which that isn't like a continuously like thing I do on an everyday basis, but when I can, that's one of my favorite things to do. I obviously love to shop. I love to thrift. I love to tan, but I don't really like going to the beach that much because it's just really, really hot. And the water right now is too cold, but when the water warms up, I would love to be able to go to the beach, sunsets, sunrises, eat food, try new things, and explore new places, especially like Tampa, and just like new coffee shops and making plans with friends. So that type of stuff.
I like to hang out with my friends and eat food. That's it. That's all I do. Hang out with people and eat food.
Nice.
And then the last question is, what do you see for your future?
Do you want to go first?
I have no idea. Married.
Married? When?
No.
Like, what's your minimum age to be married?
22.
22?
You said minimum.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I said maximum. Minimum 20. Okay, yeah. That's
Married at 22 isn't bad.
No.
Unless you started dating at like 21.
Oh,
It
yeah.
depends on when you're dating.
So do you count you and your boyfriend right now? Does that work like that?
Yeah, obviously if I was dating him until then.
Interesting. You might be married before me.
That'd be, if I was dating him from now to then, that'd be 7 years.
I would expect a ring.
Exactly.
I guess, no.
It depends on how long you're dating the person.
Yeah.
Like, you can't start dating someone and say, oh, I'm 22, marry me. Like, what?
Well, when you know, you know. Like, isn't there someone who got married after 6 months of dating? It was a celebrity or something. Someone like on social media. I don't know. But like, when you know, you know. So like, why wait? But going off what you said, married. And that's the funny thing, people love to argue in my TikTok comments. No. You can get married whenever, but I don't know if you're ready whatsoever. I cannot envision myself going to look at wedding dresses and like planning a wedding. My rule, kind of with what you're saying, is I need to at least be dating the person for 3 years, like minimum. You don't really know someone truly within like a year or two. Like they start to show their true colors within the end of the year.
What are you trying to say?
What do you mean?
Who have you been dating for?
I'm going off a general statement. I'm not talking about my relationship, but like that just goes for like anyone. I feel like you just don't really know someone in that short time frame. But like when you know, you know? I don't know. Everyone has their own differences with when they want to get married. I think getting married young is awesome, cool. Do it if you are in that, you know, phase of your life. I am not, nor is my boyfriend. He has a career he's focusing on, same here, and I just want to do things and achieve things before I sit down and like, oh, this is the date I want to get married, this is the wedding dress. No thanks. So why did it just get so dark in here? Hopefully with some sort of, we're talking like what, 5 years down the road, some sort of business, whether that's, I don't know, a storefront or an online business or just something that's branched off from YouTube. And then hopefully with a pet, like a foster that I adopted, or like fostering dogs. I want a pet this year, probably not. It would be selfish of me to get a pet because I'm not home much. Pet. Maybe engaged, because when you're engaged, you can do the wedding whenever you want. A year, 2 years, 3 years.
Oh, is that what married means?
What? Like engaged?
Like
a fiance. Oh, engaged? No, that's like when they get on one knee.
I know what that is, but I'm saying, like, is that what you asked, minimum?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Did you answer? You just answered being married. Oh.
What?
Alright, so.
I said I don't know. Family, married in my future.
That's a hard question, because, like, you just want to live in present tense, I think, instead of just being so stressed out about the future. But anyways, the camera is about to die, so we just answered all of the questions in this cup. Very deep, very personal, definitely different from what we usually talk about, but I feel like it was mature of us. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and we'll see you soon. Back for more videos. Bye guys.